If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Russ, and this is a review. If time sensitivity were a concern, you could call this review a little late, but I just finished the movie, so shut up. And in no way let the fact that I fell asleep the first time I tried watching it interfere with your interpretation of my actual opinion of the movie. And let's be honest, as a Roku exclusive, I kind of felt like I had a somewhat fluffier cushion of time for a broad audience to have actually seen it. So this is my totally improvised, not at all scripted review of Weird, the Al Yankovic Story. It's interesting how this movie kind of feels like one of Al's classic songs, but like if he had cussed in it, It's a little edgier than I was expecting, given his usual content. There's a flashback opening structure with the whole deep movie trailer voice gimmick, like heavy-duty cliches, but, self-aware. A lot like Al. And his usual overall sense of humor. The walk the line / walk hard parallels and comparisons have all been overtouched at this point, and the unsupportive dad stereotype would have actually landed a bit better without the whole unnecessary redemption arc. For example, there's a moment with Al having a pretty big I told you so toward his dad for being so unsupportive. But this comes after they've had their little family makeup session. Like, they hugged and got all proud of each other, and it's awkward timing for a joke that really didn't need to be there. Thankfully, there aren't a lot of these. There's an in-the-closet joke that feels kind of dated and certainly on the nose, but it doesn't dwell too long, and often throws a unique spin on them. They also cleverly sprinkle some embellished versions of moments from Al's actual career throughout, with tons of pretty impressively cast celebrity appearances. I don't really like assigning a numbered score. I feel like they can be pretty subjective, so I'll just break down my pros and cons. Bad news first. The tone can feel a little awkwardly uneven at times, like the brief but surprisingly violent bits that do feel like they would probably be more at home in, Walk Hard. Just like the dad character, who really just feels like a tamer, less believably mean version of that movie's unsupportive father cliche / parody. Felt a little long, too. Like it could have been a bathroom break or two shorter. As far as good news goes, that's more of the movie than not, thankfully, despite the slightly stretched feeling runtime. Really enjoyed the embellished truths of Weird Al's real-life career. Daniel Radcliffe, Rainn Wilson, and basically the entire rest of the cast were phenomenal. Cameos and all. As fun as a lot of the punchlines were, too, there were a couple left hanging that I really appreciated. Specifically, the one about the formulaic inspiration / origin of one of his songs later in the film. If you're familiar with Yankovic's work, it'll stick out like a big fat thumb. And keep an eye out for Coolio during the Amish Paradise moment. And then it has possibly my favorite oddball ending since the cast of 40-Year-Old Virgin broke into a musical credit sequence. To be fair, I guess I never really burst into uncontrollable laughter, like in certain moments of 40-Year-Old Virgin, but I definitely chuckled often, with a fair amount of eye-rolling, so I highly recommend it if you're a fan of Weird Al's musical parodies, or just this specific genre of quirky parody biopics.